Hey guys, this is Sam from the Grid Games with another standard deck tech. This one is Red White Burn. I'm actually practicing slash testing for the Star City Games Invitational that's coming up soon here in Charlotte, North Carolina. So, everyone knows about Red Green Monsters, Blue Devotion, Blue White Control, Mono Black, all of those things. I will be playing, some of those decks as well, but I'm mostly trying some outside strategies, a lot of aggro strategies, some bug control maybe in the future. So that's kind of what I'm looking at. Maybe some hexproof as well. Some of those outside strategies that you may not see, but that, could definitely surprise a metagame and get there. So here we have basic mana base, 4 Sacred Foundries, 4 Temple of Triumph. You can run 2 Guild Gates, but having things to play on turn 2 is so important that you don't want to have like the Guild Gate Scryland draw, and that's just way more possible with 2 Guild Gates. And we only have 1 double red spell. I mean, these are double red as well, but we'll get there by then because we run so many mountains. We're also running the 4 Mutavault. They are very good in things like the mirror and the control matchup. They're just insane. Chain of the Rocks, obviously very good against Desecration Demon, Black Devotion, or some deck like that, like Mono Black Control, whatever. Takes up something like 30% of the online metagame right now, so I'm definitely just, playing against that. Also, the red-green Jund Monsters deck is sprouting up everywhere now, and I really, you need to get their turn 3 Pelucranos. If they have a turn 3 Pelucranos, you need to kill it. You can't let it race you, because you won't be able to race it. Now, that's also why we have Spark, Trooper, and Warleader's Helix in the main deck, because against a deck like Jund Monsters, they can go turn 1 Elvish Mystic, turn 2 Domi Raid, turn 3 Pelucranos, turn 4 Stormbred Dragon. That's that's their best draw, but that can happen. So you have to be prepared to beat it with something like, you can shock their Mystics at the back a turn, or you can, if you're on the play, you can Magma Jet them, scry into a Chain of the Rocks for their Pelucranos, Helix their face, gain the 4 life you're taking from the Stormbred Dragon. You can also double burn spell the Stormbred Dragon, but I'm not a huge fan of that. Spark Trooper is going to help you gain a lot of life, and you're just going to try to run over them with your Phoenixes, your Spark Troopers. Astronaut's not amazing, that matchup, but that is why we have a sideboard. So yeah, I mean, that's really why all that stuff is there. Borostrom, obviously insane. Chandra's Phoenix, very good source of recurring damage. Ash Zealot is very good against any of the Dirtleys matchups, like that Bant Planeswalker deck that's propping up. Blue White, even Mono Black, they can kill it, but they have to. They want to Thoughtseize you, and then at some point play a Nightfall Spectre, but that just dies to all of your burn. And your Chain to the Rocks and stuff. So sticking a turn 2 Ash Zealot, especially on the play, can usually get in, 4 damage or whatnot, and we're already paying 2 mana for 4 damage in Boros Charm. Also, after getting in the 4 damage, it can also sometimes block and let you survive the extra turn that you need. So that's really good. We have the full package of Magma Jets and Lightning Strikes. Lightning Strikes are better than Skull Cracks just because, they can go to the body. I feel like we could definitely have 4 Skull Cracks, 3 Shocks. This is just the configuration I'm trying right now. I'm definitely going to be tweaking it as we go along. So one of the weaknesses of the aggro decks, because they can outrace you. So in that matchup, Green-White is a very good example of this because they have Fleece Main Lines and Voice of Resurgences. We want to side in our Anger of the Gods and our Stormbreath Dragons. Stormbreath obviously has protection from white. Anger is going to kill all their stuff, and in response to that, we can take out our Ash Zealots and our Chandra's Phoenixes, stuff like that. So that's one of the sideboard plans. The other sideboard plan is the control matchup where you want to just put as many threats as possible. You don't need the Chained or the Shocks or really the Spark Trooper. So you're pretty much taking out those 10 cards for the Stormbreaths, the First Blades, and the Fire Drinker Satyrs. The Mortars is against Blood Baron decks and just general green-white decks. Sometimes they'll have something you can Mortars. Reaper of the Wilds and Pelucranos both go over that, but you can Mortar Stormbreath Dragon. Yeah, I mean, you can Mortar's Grey Merchant too, but I mean, if they stick Grey Merchant, you're pretty much dead. So Mortars is mainly against Blood Baron decks, because those decks can just get to turn 5, land a Blood Baron, and kill you, although you should be able to burn them out from there. So yeah, this is the deck. I'm going to play a bunch of matches with it, and we'll see how it works. I'll have a bunch more deck techs coming up soon, so I hope you stay tuned. Also, I have a Twitter now for all those like Magic the Gathering stuff. It's in the link below. It's sruben93, like twitter.com/sruben93 should take you there. Just tweet up all the videos, everything. Please subscribe to our channel. We're really just trying to grow, create the best community possible. So thank you guys. Feel free to comment. I've been getting like a pretty steady flow of comments in all my videos recently, and I like really appreciate it. Even the comments that are like, why didn't you do this? You punted. You could have done this. Like, you know, I'm obviously here to become a better Magic player, so I really appreciate all of that feedback from you guys. Thank you, and I will see you for round 1.